over here on the other side of the driveway, whoop, he said that these are different. He said, don't mess with this first one, because he's like, they're not worth messing with. Dean Family Acres. Hey guys, so we had the opportunity from another friend of ours to come and help thin out some blueberry suckers. So we're gonna do that, and hopefully we can get some additional plants. I'm gonna try and video some of it. So hopefully you guys enjoy some of that footage that's coming up, and we can show you another way to propagate and learn how to get some plants for essentially free, and hopefully most of them mate. So we'll kind of follow along and try and show you guys exactly what we're gonna be doing today. All right guys, so we're out here with a couple rows of blueberries, and we're gonna help them thin out the suckers. So y'all just follow along. Hopefully y'all learn a little something new just like we do. All right, so these are some suckers that are coming off of this blueberry plant here. They're kind of out from the main row, so they need to be removed. So what we're gonna do is just carefully dig down below these and go back as far as we can, not get too close to the mother plant, and trimming that off, and then we will actually repot or replant these. So we're making a little bit of progress in trying to get these blueberries thinned out some. I don't want to go too close to the mother plant, but we're trying to get a few here or there, and also trying to keep them separated by which row they're on. I'm not sure if they know what types these are on each row or not, or if it's this side of the road and the other side of the road. So we'll at least try and keep it separated. All right guys, so we have kind of worked a couple of rows getting these suckers off. The owner of these blackberries isn't here. He told me it was fine, but I don't want to go too far into his row with thinning out. They've got a lot that probably need to be thinned out, and they really could kind of spread things out and almost triple what they've got in a year or two. So we're just kind of slowly getting some of these on the outside, and we're gonna check with him in regards to what each row is, or even if he knows. If not, no big deal. But I think what we're gonna do, we got several that are really nice, got some good roots, some that not so much, and we're probably gonna plant some of these in pots, and then just kind of get them going so it can baby them some, and then make us a few extra rows of blueberries. So y'all follow along as we get this one up.
Hey Dad, I think you said blackberries at first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I meant blueberries if I said blackberries. Been on blackberry mode this week. Kind of just feel around with your hands and see exactly where the roots are coming from. I think this is all an offshoot all the way across over there. See, pretty nice sucker plant. Whoops, it's all right. Cover it back up. Trying to thin out a little of his Bermuda grass while we're here. So right now we have about, how many?
12 or 13.
12 or 13 plants. Probably gonna try and get up a couple others, and I think I'm gonna try and get those from this other side and keep them separate. I think he told me before that one side of the road's different than the other. I might give him a call or a text just to check before we go over here. All right guys, so just got off the phone with the guy who owns this blueberry patch, and essentially all the ones back here that we've been thinning out, at least those first 4 rows, are all the same kind. He said his wife probably knows a little more, so we'll check with her later. And over here on the other side of the driveway, whoop, he said that these are different. He said don't mess with this first one, because he's like, they're not worth messing with. But the other ones are a little bit sweeter, but not as large as the ones that we've already gotten. So I think what I'm gonna do is wind noise. I think what I'm gonna do is actually try and get just a couple from this other side over here, and that way it'll be easier to kind of separate. Maybe we'll get about 5 or so from this other side, and then we'll have us a good batch to be able to plant up either in the ground and or in pots. So these over here on this side of the road are a good bit taller. They're obviously more mature than the others, but these are definitely taller. I'm about 6 foot, and these are all probably 6 to 7 foot here. So there's a couple suckers on this side over here, not nearly as many as on that other side, but we're gonna get a couple from these over here. And again, we'll keep these separate just so we kind of know where these came from, and at least tag them that way. I keep meaning to get some of those metal tags. I've seen several other gardeners and homesteaders and landscapers use. Basically, you can kind of punch them in the metal, and you can actually see what that is. It won't wash away like Sharpie, etc. So maybe we'll get some of those so we can kind of start marking some of this stuff. Let's get to digging. All right, guys, so hopefully y'all saw at least us getting some of these sucker plants from these blueberries, 2 different varieties that we know of. And we're gonna try, I know that one big one that you just saw me get in that time lapse, I know for sure it's gonna go straight in the ground, because as big as it is, it needs to go straight in the ground. We've got some pine bark soil conditioner that we'll mix in, make the pH perfect. And I got a good spot for it. So we're gonna go now back to the house and pot some of these up, and also get some of those in the ground. Again, always appreciate you guys watching. If you've done something like this before, let us know about it in the comments below, because sometimes we all learn from each other. Actually, all the time we all learn from each other. And I might be doing something completely different than what you've done. Mine might be successful, or it may not, and love to hear exactly what you've done and how it's worked for you. Thanks so much for watching again. Hey guys, so we're back at our house, and you can see our best blueberry here. I actually transplanted that from our old house, which was transplanted from my grandmother. She gave me a small, basically a bush, kind of like what we got today, kind of a sucker. And we planted it in the other house and then planted it here. It's done really well. There's another small one right there that was one we purchased. We had planted another one right behind that just didn't do well. I think a lot of it was just amending the soil. We all learn things, and I've learned now pine bark soil conditioner. You got to have some of that in order for blueberries to make it. So I know we're going to plant at least that one big blueberry. I'm thinking right over here we're going to plant that, and then we'll up pot or plant in pots some of these other ones, and we might start another row kind of up here past the playground some. So kind of just tell you a general idea where we are. All right, guys, y'all follow along. As you can see, we got all this mulched in. We potted up most of them. I ran out of this bark conditioner, so I had to I put them into some plastic with some water and a little bit of soil conditioner and dirt. So I'll get some more soil conditioner tomorrow and pot those up tomorrow. On the end over here, we have the taller variety that is on the side. All right, guys, so we got 10 of the larger style potted up. There are a couple doubles in there just because of the size of the cuttings. I also potted up these. This is actually a pretty large one, even though I cut it back. And then there are 2 in here that were smaller sized. I started running out of soil conditioner, so I'll get some more tomorrow and finish up. I probably have 5 to 7 more that I ended up just wrapping in plastic and putting those in a bag for the night with a little bit of water. I don't know if you can quite see these right here, but the 3 that are standing up is actually one big plant. that y'all saw in the video. And then there's one other one I kind of put in that back corner that was a decent size. So I put those there. These were existing. We had this one here, and this large one's the one that I had gotten from my grandma probably 10 years ago. And then here we planted two. There's one here and one here. The roots actually are in the middle right here. They were a big L, so, but they all did well, so we mulched those up. Yet another way you can check out episode blueberry and camellia cuttings here. I don't remember which number, but I'll link it here and down below, and you can see how we did that with cuttings a couple years ago. And I'll do an update on that at the end of this video. If you like seeing these kinds of videos, definitely let us know. I know everybody kind of has their preferences, and this is just another opportunity for us to kind of do some frugal stuff and growing some more fruit and or food for us. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, this is Matt Dean with Dean Family Acres. Don't forget, give us a big like with a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. When you ring that bell, you'll get to see more episodes from us, and it'll notify you. If you don't, then you might miss out. And remember, when you're ringing that bell, you want to ring it like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s. Y'all have a blessed day. All right, am I in the frame? My head cut off, I'm good. All right, we got these off the same row as that bucket right there, right? Is this bucket?
Stop it.
All right, stop it. Blueberries stand out some. I don't want to go too close to the mother plant where we're trying to.
You do know that was on slow motion.
I'm sorry.